All right, under rubrics, this is part 2 of the expectations for our unit 4 area, surface area, and volume performance task. You already know the gist, the situation, and now what are the rubrics about. So for communication, if you want a 0 on your communication standards, it means you don't reach any of the standards. A 1 to 2 is using limited mathematical language, so using area, perimeter, using limited forms of representation. So are you actually giving us steps? Are you showing us the work? Are you showing us units? How do you represent things mathematically? Do you have all the figures you need, both numerically and geometrically? Do you have all the figures of where park benches will be, if you want park benches, where the sidewalk is, where the restaurants will be? Is it labeled? Is it limited? Can we communicate very limited understanding of the knowledge, but also of your proposal? Because remember, this is for your boss of walleye construction. So you're creating a design and you're hoping they take and buy your design so you make money off of it. Did you use some appropriate? So it's some of the things are in the right spots, but you mixed up area and perimeter, for example. Are you using the appropriate forms adequately? So it's not just to present information, but you're presenting information adequately. It's going in the direction you wanted it to go in. Are you communicating in lines of reasoning that are complete? So when you're backing up all your calculations or backing up that you have met all of these numbers and figures, are you actually doing that well enough that we can understand it? And is it correct when we understand it? Is it complete and coherent? So can we understand it? Did you fully answer the question and requirement? And were you right? These are all usually. The only difference between 5, 6 and excelling with a 7, 8 is consistently. So are you consistently and always doing everything that we're asking you to do? Are you moving effectively between the figures of the shapes, the figures of the numbers, and figures using words describing all of those things to communicate and back up everything? Vocab words that are used in that rubric. Criterion D, applying math in real-life contexts. So this is a real-world context. You have to make a design or a proposal before someone actually buys in and gives you the contract or the job. There's usually different people not betting is a good word, but you're basically on an auction block. People are selling their wares and their skills and their products to see who's the right price point, who fits the bill best, and they're all vying for the same job. And you're trying to get that contract to build more word of mouth business and just keep yourself strong as a business. So are you able to identify some elements of the authentic real-life situation? So did you not hit all of the points? Did you find a solution to the real-life situation? Did you design an actual shopping mall? If you didn't design a shopping mall and designed a veterinarian space, then you are not applying the mathematical strategies to find a solution. And especially with limited success if you're not doing the actual solution we want you to do. Relevant elements, again, so this is some of the elements. These are relevant elements that actually go with the situation. Notice this first tick stays the same. Once you hit relevant elements, you're there at 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7, 8. Select with some success, adequate mathematical strategies. You have to show us you're using mathematical strategies, preferably appropriate ones, not just adequate ones, that actually model the authentic real-life situation. Okay, apply those strategies, so the appropriate ones that you selected, to reach a correct solution. So yes, there are some incorrect solutions. It has to be a correct solution to the authentic real-life situation. Notice the word correct is in both of these rubrics. Your answers must be correct and accurate. And then justify the degree of accuracy of the solution. How do you know that the number you found is correct? How do you know that you got these calculations right? How do you know that you have at least 10 shops and 2 restaurants? And then the last one, justify whether it makes sense. Did your design fulfill all our criteria? Great. But would it actually make sense to put this shopping mall that you created up north in Minnesota where this new population of shoppers is going to be? So that is your task. And I'm going to stop this because I know how now. Yay!